Everybody, welcome back. Northern Lion. Spelunky 2. Fun video game. We've had some great runs lately. We have not had any runs recently that really pushed the needle. Let's see how we're doing here, caffeination-wise. Where's your hydration levels? Okay, you know what? We don't throw them through the mate anymore. That was 31-year-old NL. This is the first video recorded as 32-year-old NL. I'm just throwing out there, you might consider it unlikely, but it is possible that we're about to begin a year of no losses in Spelunky 2. It would be a little surprising. It would be a little out of character. On the other hand, it's what it's all about, right? Like, check this out. You're never gonna get that emerald. Hey, loser, you're never gonna get that. And then one day, he got that emerald. You hear what I'm saying? You hearing what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a modified quote from Borat. Exactly. We're turning over a new leaf, referencing the same movie we've been referencing since 2007, I think. Actually, 2006. I remember when Borat came out, 'cause I lived in the dorms and everyone quoted my wife. Okay. It was a very meme-rich period in my life. First year, university, living in the dorms. Within 4 months of one another, 2 meme-rich films came out. Borat, of course, and then who can forget Zack Snyder's 300, which became something of a cultural phenomenon in and of itself. I would say probably a third of the men on my floor went as a Spartan for Halloween. In shape, it was like more like 80%. But even out of shape, people were like, I'll just be like a fat Spartan. You know what? The bar for entertainment and memery was just lower back then. I do hate that Monty died here. I thought we could have gotten him out. But you know what? Still a pretty good floor. What did I go as for Halloween that year? I can't remember. Like, you're gonna laugh. I think we were all, and by we, I mean, like, my group of friends and I think we were gonna be, like, the cast of Super Smash Brothers or something like that, but then it just, you know, kind of fell apart at the last minute. I do, early on, I'm a big proponent of the Matic gameplay. I like it. I think it can be very valuable. I think it will prove to be very valuable, like, instantaneously here. Nerves of steel? Just nerves of steel. Nerves of steel, okay. If that was a scorpion, I would've crapped my underpants. Now, I actually am wearing, well, of course I am wearing underpants. I never understand, you know, the episode where, well, what does Kramer say? In Seinfeld? He either says, my boys need to breathe, or my boys need a house. I don't want this to be too much information. I think Commando was from Friends, now that I think about it. But the Seinfeld episode where they're talking about, like, jockeys or something like that. I'm with Kramer, honestly, which is something you don't hear me say too much. But my boys need a house. Come on, the Vault Keeper, he's not going to be mad at this. Let's go. That's pretty big. Even as a, you know, as a teenager, when boxer shorts were all the rage, like, that was what was cool when I was in, let's say, like, 9th grade. Men and women, or I guess in this case, boys and girls, showing the band of their underpants over top of their actual pants. Like, if a guy bent over and you saw, like, Joe Boxer on the waistband, you were like, whoa. Can you teach me how to be a cool dude like you? And then I hate to say it, but, like, my high school cohort is also the, I don't know if it's the invention, but at least the popularization of the underwear phenomenon known as the whale tail, where, you know, they would wear a thong, but then the top little triangle of the thong would poke out over the top of the jeans. It was a pretty cursed era for fashion. Not that I know anything about fashion to begin with, but pretty cursed era for fashion, in my opinion, nonetheless. Okay, we got 21,000. 100 extra dollars, we can buy that. It's on site. That hurt. Psychologically, that hurt. Alright, more bombs. 19 bombs already? Do we really want to go further? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Dunky, dunka da dunk. What I would love to do, though, is to stop holding this Matic. It's serving its purpose. It has probably already paid for itself when you consider that it saved us from using a bomb to get into the space where the Ujat was. We didn't praise Baldy either, but honestly, we're turning over a new leaf. We're not praising Baldy because sometimes praising Baldy seemed to get me in more trouble. And I mean, it's obviously not actually a factor, but what if it were? Alright, I think we can use the Matic again to drop the turkeys off at Yang more easily. Sir, come on, with all due respect. You don't even know how to handle it. You don't know what you would do with it when you got it. What are you doing there? It's just embarrassing yourself. You know what? Thought I was gonna have to use a rope there. Thought I was going to have to use a rope there. Use a rope there. Okay, you know, we don't need to follow that through to its logical conclusion. You know where the lyrics were going there. I will say, you know what? I'll use a rope regardless. And O to you as well, Yang. Thank you so much. Crates, hoping for some crates. You know what? 3 chests as far as finances go is pretty okay. I'm not gonna be too bent out of shape over that one. Also was very easy to get. So the whole purpose of the rope, we only got 50 seconds. It's not a ton of time. The whole purpose of the rope was to be able to do this. Grab Monty super easily. And let's just take the time to drop him. We might as well stick with the Matic, like... Could maybe... That's weird. We could maybe go full, like, Moon Challenge strats and just try to... Like, I don't want to break it, but if we could break it, like, productively while also getting some loot, that'd be pretty sick. But, I don't know, I feel really good about our black market prospects. I've seen the memes, by the way. Honey, it's 3 a.m. PT, time for your black market Spelunky video. Yes, dear. But I like to start on the black market, man, I'm telling you. Just, you know, it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. You ever think about how stupid the expression, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't? Why is it stupid? Well, because, like... people treat it as if it's like a universal truth. Here's the way I would choose to think about it. I understand the premise. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't, because like at least you're familiar with the cruelty of the devil you know. On the other hand, considering it from like a mathematical, a more analytical standpoint, if you know the devil, wouldn't you like to at least give the devil you don't know a chance to prove that he's not as bad as the Prince of Darkness? That's the way, you know, I would think about it, I think, is like, hey, on the one hand, yeah, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. On the other hand, it's the devil. You know what I mean? How could he be that much worse than the actual devil, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think we should try to kill Quillback. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. I'll tell you, I don't think Monty's making it out of this one. Where you going, dummy? Oh no! You know what? Maybe we won't try to kill Quillback. How about that? Oh no! I killed him with... Who... Nobody in the history ever thought that this day would ever end? Well, guess what? It's never gonna end. So we're gonna drop Monty off. I don't know where the ghost pod is, but you know, if the Matic lives, it's kind of annoying to deal with it, but at the same time, it's a positive annoyance. We're getting some extra money out of it. No one would ever question that. The ghost pod does not appear to be here. You're not allowed to swing that thing, okay? Just for the record, that it belongs to me. We are at 34,000. It's pretty good. Let's just leave. You took damage, you fool. Okay, we got turkeys and ropes. Could I persuade you to... Thank you. Alright, good start. I think we should buy the ropes. The turkeys are like a maybe. Not gonna deny I got a little scared there. We don't need to go that way. We also don't necessarily need the ghost pod. Of course, I would probably push back on that and say, you know, even if you don't need the ghost pod, an extra 5 grand, it starts to go a long way around this part of the game. Okay. Optional turkeys starting to look a lot less optional right now. Remember, you got no... I was gonna say no mittens. I meant the opposite. No boots. Are mittens the opposites of boots? Now that I think about it, I don't know if I can back that up. Just go fast. We didn't hear any beeping, right? Those were spider beeps. It's like my favorite Pavement song. Spider beeps, no one to remind you. You got no beeps, no spiders are behind you. You don't know Pavement? You come on, you know Pavement. You've been on the internet. You know they sing "Cut Your Hair." Ooh 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 ooh. I would say in many ways, Pavement walked so that 100 Gex could run. Stephen Malkmus was kind of like the original Charlie XCX. Alright. Good stuff, good stuff. You can tell the caffeine's in the bloodstream because we're saying things that make no logical sense. Black market is legitimately like right here. So the only thing I'm trying to do is maybe see if there's an easy altar or rather an idol. Do want the Children of the Forest freed, of course, because we don't really have a lot of money right now. The flip side of that is that although we don't really have a lot of money, we do have 30 bombs already and a cape. So some of the things we would normally buy, kind of already we have. I would say one of the biggest things we could get right now, and this is why we're fishing a little bit for some extra cash. Like this is kind of like the peak value of purchasing power for us. I think the more loot we can get immediately, or at least in the near future, the happier we're going to be. We want spike shoes so that we can more easily make it through the tide pool. We definitely want paste if we can afford it as well. It's kind of like, I overlook it sometimes, but paste is like, it's pretty close to being a must-own. I do value the spike shoes a little bit more, which just goes to show you how much I absolutely detest the octopus, but... Bro, come on. Okay, you know what? You earned it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just freaking kidding. I'm not using a rope to get you, alright? You're not worth it. You got no talent. You're flat. Climbing gloves also nice, but we're gonna have to prioritize a little bit for sure. Maybe not a ton. So we actually got a lot of money down here. We don't need the bomb bag. Of course, we would love to get the bomb bag from the Children of the Forest. There are no spike shoes, so that does change the dynamics here. With no spike shoes available and no paste available, and 24 grand. Okay, so I think we will definitely buy climbers. Oh, there are spike shoes. I'm just stupid. Okay, so there's no paste. I would probably take a bomb box. Just being honest. I would also, just because we have so many bombs, I would probably also see about maybe buying the skeleton key. Pretty cheap. 8 ropes is honestly pretty good. I'm feeling quite strongly about the positives we got for us on this run. 42 bombs is disgusting. Like, and then to even in my head, I was like, maybe I won't use one here. Like, I don't want to waste a bomb. That's what's wrong with my brain. Well, I mean, we can't afford this yet now that I think about it, but we'll make it happen. We really should be using not as many bombs as possible, of course, but like in any situation where a bomb would make it easier, which actually refers to a lot of situations, but in any situation where it's even like borderline, you will be mercilessly mocked by the chatterati if you don't handle things appropriately. So, Child of the Forest, sorry, I didn't pay. You can't pay, we'll take it away. It's a British reality show. It's honestly quite sad. It's a show about people getting their possessions taken away because they can't afford them anymore. You know, I'm not saying you couldn't have seen it coming. All I'm saying is it's a show that kind of like, you know, thrives on human misery. Which obviously puts it right up my alley. Did I kind of got myself trapped in here, huh? That's alright. I'm dumb, but I'll use a rope to get out of here. Just get the loot first. We got climbers, dude. Poggy. Yeah, I don't like... I mean, like, I've talked about it before. I take a lot of heat for some of the television that I watch. Which is, you know, fair. I judge people based on the streamers they watch. Mostly when they watch me. So I can understand why they would judge people based on their entertainment choices. I would never say that it's not an acceptable axis to examine people on. Okay, that was... I would say that was modestly scary. We really, like, this should go to show you how much I value getting to the Child of the Forest. We're gonna spend 2 bombs and also, like, risk the heck out of our life to make it happen. It's a horrible position for you to be in here. I made him waste his bombs. But, like, I watch some shows where I don't want to say the point of the show is to make fun of the person on the show. But, you know, like, that's really what 90 Day Fiancé is. If there's any human being on Earth who watches 90 Day Fiancé because they're like, I think they're cute. I've never heard of it, at least. I'm not saying I don't believe it could happen, but most of the time when you're watching, you're like, what the heck is this weirdo doing? We need the bow. I'm kind of unwilling to go back the way I came, though. Rather just do that. But that's... I don't want to say it's good-natured, because I think that's a little disingenuous. But on the other hand, it's like, you know, kind of lighthearted. Not good-natured. Lighthearted. If you can't pay, we'll take it away is actually just like, you know, this teacher lost her job. And yet she thinks she's gonna be able to keep her flat screen? I don't think so, Professor. And then, like, even the repossessors are like, yeah, this is, like, not a lot of fun. Like, it kind of sucks, but, you know, it's our job. You really just feel for everybody involved in the system. It's not a Child of the Forest in there, huh? It's very disappointing for me. Thank you. We don't, I suppose in theory, at least, we don't have to get the child of the forest here. Tomo, you alright, man? You're kind of... Not freaking me out, but you're kind of active today. More active than usual. Do we want Monty? Yes. Normally being more active would be a good thing, but Tomo, he's kind of... I mean, I don't actually think he's facing a problem, but he has been very... He's been living in a meow-rich environment today. Okay, this is okay. Maybe it's more apt to say he's created the meow-rich environment. Don't kill him, I need that. Okay, so we're getting 10 more bombs. That'll put us to 48. Am I willing? Yes, I am willing to get this. I don't think we've died on that idol for like at least a month and a half, so take me in. We're ready here. Quick caffeination. It's a good time to do a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats analysis. How do we feel about this run? Everything is great. Strengths, bombs. Strengths, cape. Strengths, climbers and shoes position us well for the next round. Strength, we got the Children of the Forest. Weaknesses, no Kapala, and in fact, no idol in general. Lower HP than we could have. Not bad HP, but lower than we could have. Opportunities, get the Kapala with only 1 or 2 altars. I would consider that an opportunity. Threats, the game can sometimes prove difficult. How's that for a threat? There you go. Now I've submitted my business analysis. I would give this run a score of outperform. I would encourage you to buy. This is what I would consider to be a strong buy on the SN Spelunky 500. Go ahead. The first run of the day, it just always hits a little different. It's also probably like the last run of the day, but it is also the first run of the day. Okay, if I could just get you to... There you go. Just drop some bombs. Beautiful. I've realized, especially with this many bombs, I don't really care where you drop them. As long as you don't drop them on my forehead. Or on yourself here, which would actually be really bad, but... I'm content to play your game. Like, I'll drop you here. I lost my nerve. Dude, I'm realizing something, and that something is that spring shoes, pretty sick. If you wanted my verdict on spring shoes, I would say that spring shoes are pretty sick. So we're gonna use a bomb. Or, no, we're probably gonna use a bomb. We're just gonna wait till he's coming the other direction. We got enough, you know, you don't have to, but it's unlikely that we're gonna get to a point on this run where we're gonna be like, man, I really wish I had 20 bombs. Like, I really wish I hadn't used bombs to make my life easier. I don't think that's likely to happen. Just gotta be careful. We're careful of the rock. And we're also careful that we don't get so close that he starts to attack at us. Probably a little inefficient, but that's fine. Alright. Now we need to get him to pop up. Probably need to steer him just a little bit. That was not great. Just a little steering. There we go. Don't shoot me. Just hoping the UFO doesn't shoot me. There is a UFO up there. It's just, okay, we're fine. 40 bombs still remain, too. It's good stuff. Now, realistically, what are we at here? 44,000 gold. Not too concerned about our financials, especially with 40 bombs. I would say that we stand a great chance to, I mean, there's a pretty decent chance we won't spend any money on this run ever again. If I have, and I'm not the master of balance in Spelunky 2, I just give my opinion, right? I will say, the lack of, like, productive shops after Olmec is one of those things that I'm like, man, I really just, sometimes you just wish you could go where everybody knows your name. Dunk, 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 dunk. And they're always glad you showed up. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Might as well. Free parachute. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can get the Gamble Emporium, but it's not the same, dude. It's not the same. Sometimes you know, you just, especially if, like, I feel like it hits harder if you haven't gone the jungle path. Like, if you go Volcana path, you tend to be a little bit less bountiful in terms of your item harvest. I'll do it. I'm not afraid. Hello, Monty. You know what? 8 HP with the Ankh has me feeling pretty good. I don't think we risk it one more time for Monty. Instead, we'll risk it for like 15,000 gold we'll never get to spend. Genius. No ghost pot, especially. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, there's so many times where you're just like, ah, just one more item, you know, would take this to the level I'd like it to be at. You never get the chance to get it. Yeah, there was no doubt that you were not a good actor. Both in the Meryl Streep context and in the context of doing good things for society. Okay, climbers could have caused me an issue there, but they didn't. Like right now, for example, I could really use a compass. Will we ever find one? Unlikely. Dude, that's the subspace, brother. That's great eats. Okay, so, we should probably just go to the subspace right away. I always love when it's like right at the start. But this would be a great time to also get the Kapala.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know why I'm still picking up money. You shouldn't pick up your money. You should only pick up your health conversions. And in the middle of the beta version. Sorry, I'm trying to delete it. Why did I say beta? I just like the way that British people reference software. Is that a problem? Hey, beta. I see bombs. I also see a ghost pot, which is always a little spooky. Or like a lot spooky. Isn't this like... Aren't there like 1 billion hired helps in there? Because like... Normally I probably wouldn't be that invested, but like for 1 billion... I could probably be persuaded. Like, I don't know how many we need to free in order to get ourselves the Ankh, but... Sorry, the Kapala. Sorry, I'm trying to delete it. And if we could just save ourselves a little bit of time. Like, if we could save 5 seconds on each pass by putting this here. Well worth the bomb. Pitcher's mitt, pretty decent. You know what I'm realizing now is... but I really don't want you to come back to life, or to be angry with me, but this is okay. Alright, alright. So if I'm not mistaken, we still have like a minute. Oh, my Atlanta. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a bunch of hired helps in here. It turns out I am mistaken. So that's fine. We should really just leave. Just make sure you're using the proper door. And I'm not talking about Escape from Tarkov. I think you knew that already. 30 seconds. Plenty of time. There we go. We do not have the Kapala, and that sucks. But that's life. You know, you gotta roll with the punches. We're closer to the Kapala than we've ever been. There you go. Just not being so flippant about our potential loss of HP this time. Very well done. Cracked Onyx Onk. I can do that. That hurt. That hurt even more, to be honest. Cracked Onyx Onk. Okay. Okay. This is where things sometimes go embarrassingly off the rails. Golden parachute. Again, why fixate on the money? You don't need it. We also don't need Excalibur anymore. So if we hear... I mean, we more than... Well, no, I was going to say we more than hear Monty, but that's not true. We merely hear Monty. But it's probably more valuable to have 1 extra HP right now. Get out of there. Than it is to have a weapon that could destroy even Metal Gear. Sorry, surpass Metal Gear. I think we could have gotten the spring shoes by going down here. Let's go, dude! That's like... Let me put it this way. I feel vindicated. I definitely feel vindicated. He's just chilling. I'm not mad. He ain't heavy, man. He's my brother. Austin Powers and Goldmember. Very, very touching moment. When Austin finds out that Dr. Evil is also known as Dougie, his brother to Nigel Powers. Or from father Nigel Powers, I should say. Almost got crushed. Just gotta be a little careful with the climbers on this one. Goodbye. A little spooky up there. Lamasu! I hate to see you, though, but I love to hear ya. Ah! Thanks, Lamasu. Like I said, any opportunity to make our life slightly easier via the use of bombs, consider it worthwhile. Don't hurt me. Just wanted to look. Just wanted to look. Still plenty of bombs. Cracked Onyx Onk. Okay. Well, I mean, this is where we want to be, obviously. Kind of a cursed way to get in there. Just gonna level with you. I kind of like just don't trust you. I just don't trust you. Just didn't feel right. I definitely don't trust you. Okay. Cracked Onyx Onk. Such a luxury to have so many bombs. So this is Onyx Onk. Don't get crushed, dude. Don't get crushed. We're looking for cracked Onyx Onk. Just chilling. Cracked Onyx Onk. It's literally right there. I swear if this is like clay or tea tree or eucalyptus or bergamot, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Still would like Monty's HP. Right, that's not how these traps work. You almost got me, you son of a gun. You almost got me. But you didn't. The important thing is that you didn't. Hello, jetpack wielding mech Super Meat Boy. Apparently we'll just head to the next floor. Killeen, 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 Killeen. Okay, my blood, thank you. My blood, my bones, my voice, my ghost. You know that song? We've both been very brave, walk around spelunking. Goodbye, Monty. I think one of the best things we could do for ourselves right here is just nuke those down. And we're taking it bit by bit. Similarly, dude, it's so nice having just too many bombs down here. That's completely okay. Alright, it looks like we will make it to World 7 unless something catastrophic happens right here. Now we're talking. Ladies and gentlemen, the master is at work. It's just such a shame that Killeen really just exists for one floor, and then you, if you're a bad guy like me, you whip him for blood. Just a sad story. But that's none of my business. Alright, here we go. Alright, what do we need to do here? We need to get back our stuff from Waddler. The one who waddles. We need to do the sun challenge. Hello, is this Waddler? Waddler! Then we need to do the sun challenge. Doing the sun challenge? Like, what the... Is that a shortcut or something? That's weird. Doing the shortcut, or doing the sun challenge, we will benefit from having literally as much HP as possible, so every little bit of HP we could get and save is a huge win. We're just gonna relax a little. Just gonna chill out. Could have been better. Let me in, please. 29 bombs, still a lot. Oh no, the sun challenge is on this very floor. On this very floor. Thanks for the spring shoes. I certainly don't see myself living through the sun challenge with 2 HP. Now, I know there's like an elite hacksaw way that you can do this. We'll get a clover in the sun challenge, right? You know we gotta do the sun challenge. I mean, we made it here. If we've made it this far, we're not gonna stop now, but... More. More! I mean, I'll be honest, I don't see us living on the sun challenge with 3 or 4 HP either. Anything going on up here? Anything blood rich? Not really. So I'm pretty sure this will be the end of our run and also our life. Maybe you don't get a clover here. Here's the way I understand it. Again, I should just watch a video on it. You definitely do not open by doing that. But it was a great run. You got to get up into the center. Oh, the faulty connection. You got to get up into the center top, bomb a spawner, and like throw a rope or something, and then you're safe. But anyway, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the run. If you did, please do click the like button. This is the first time I made it to World 7 in quite some time. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time. See ya!